Hey guys, this is another video not for the casual piano player, but for the piano player that wants to make major strides in his or her playing. If you don't do this, then you will find yourself spinning in circles, doing something, and then doing something else, and then not really remembering what you did before, and before you know it, you don't have motivation to practice because you're not really moving forward. This is called something very simple, a practice schedule. Now, I'm relatively ceremonial about my practice schedules. I would highly recommend getting a nice pen, a nice fountain pen, and a moleskin notebook of some sort so that you keep this by your piano, and I keep some musical notes in it as well, compositions and different things. And use the back of, see, part of it's sheet music, but then the other side is just a blank sheet, and you can use that to create your practice schedule and hold yourself accountable for practicing the amount that you tell yourself you'll practice. So that also brings me to another thing, is don't give yourself too much. It's much better to write a practice schedule that you'll be able to maintain every day for a year than write one that you'll do for 2 weeks and then burn out and then not practice anymore. So maybe do an hour a day. If you're crazy, or you're like in a really intense period of your life, yes, you can do the 8-hour days. I've done it as well. But just be careful to have at least a core practice schedule that you will do every single day and make it like an hour. So we're gonna make one right now. I'm gonna make it on this sheet here. So here's our piece of paper. In the left column, you have your exercise or whatever it is. So there's exercise, and then below that we're gonna do the exercises. So, here's another thing. Give yourself breaks. Make sure that when you're doing this, you are building in like 5 minutes in between each of these so that you can have a little break, go have a snack, take a walk around the block, and not burn yourself out. So I would say like 15-minute chunks, do 2 15-minute chunks, and then come back and take a break for 5 minutes, and then come back and do another 2 15-minute chunks. That's how we're going to structure this. What's the first exercise I want you to do? The first one that I gave you just now was single octave exercise in Autumn Leaves. So, okay, that's your first one. Now your second one, and then let's just write the amount of time, 15 minutes, okay? Then your next one, which is the goal notes exercise. These are all specific exercises and this can change. You can create new exercises for yourself and do different sections, but this is what we're starting with, which is all based on musicality. So the next one is goal note exercise. We'll just call it goal notes. The next one is spacing exercise. And I'm just gonna call it space/phrasing, because that's really about phrasing. Space is a byproduct of phrasing a lot of the time. And then time. And each of these gets 15. Now when you do this, you keep this by your piano. You do this single octave exercise. Well, here you put your date up here. So what's the date today? Let's see. The date's the 11th. 9/11. Very sad memorial, but anyway. So and this will be 9/12. This will be 9/13, and so on and so forth. Do the whole grid out so that you motivate yourself to not miss any days. And this is the thing where even if it's super late and you are not wanting to practice, you do these exercises, just these 4, spend an hour on it, and know that you will make yourself do it if you haven't, so you have to do it earlier in the day. And you will be motivated to do it earlier in the day after a couple late nights of like, oh shit, I haven't done it, and doing it late night. So you do that, and you just mark an X. Do goal notes, you mark an X, spacing, phrasing, mark an X, time, mark an X. And remember, take a little space in between those two when you're going down. Take like 5 minutes of just break time. You don't have to, but allow yourself that. If you want the 5 minutes, give yourself that leeway. That's how to create a practice schedule. I'll give you a little glance of my other practice schedule that I did here. This is like it. I obviously didn't keep to it, but you can go super heavy with like things. I was doing warm-ups, Bill Evans for 30. The warm-ups took like 2 hours. Bach for 30, composing for 30, learning my own music for 60, meditating for 15, chanting meditation for 30, yoga, and my workout. So that I put all of that on here, which you can. And you can make little adjustments to it and put NA if it's like a day where you need to be doing something else for the whole day, which we all have it from time to time. Anyway, I hope this helps. Keep this up. Let me know in the comments how this has affected your playing, and let me know if you have any questions for videos. Thanks, guys. Bye.